Good afternoon and welcome to Eastern Lifestyle. I'm your host, Davia Pugh, and today I'm flying solo. I'm so happy you're here because today's episode is all about wellness. It's important to take care of our overall well-being, and today we'll be learning about cryotherapy at a local wellness center and about the benefits of balancing strength training with yoga at a local yoga studio. Plus, we'll visit a wellness and med spa in Washington to see how IVs can provide hydration. But first, we're discovering the many health benefits of eating figs. Hey everyone, I'm your host, Davia, and today we are at the Forest of Eden in Grimesland to learn all about figs and its many health benefits. I am here with Malcolm, the owner of Forest of Eden. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here today.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, of course. So can you please tell us what Forest of Eden is about?
So we are, technically I cannot say organic. We're a beyond organic farm. We work with what we believe to be truly organic stuff, mostly animal manures and that sort of thing. And it's about, providing a nursery as well as a farm. You can come here and try the fruit. If you like the fruit, you can buy the tree from us and take it home with you.
I know that you all specialize in figs here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about figs.
So figs are a really cool crop. They're easy to propagate. If you take a branch this far, you can stick it in the ground, there's at least a 50% chance that's going to be a tree next year. They're just very, very popular, especially in the Mediterranean climate. And, America being a melting pot with everyone coming from all over everywhere, figs were one thing people would bring with them to remind them of back home. So because it was so easy to propagate, they were pretty much guaranteed to, bring 2 or 3 cuttings. At least one of them would become a tree that would remind them of what they are missing back at the house.
Gotcha.
So this is the Israeli 7 fig. This was brought here in the 1970s by a pastor who was actually on the way to Jerusalem. He brought it back after going out in the wilderness, and he found a wild fig tree, and he said it was the best fig he'd ever tasted. So he took a couple of cuttings. 7 is what they tell me, but no one's really sure. I've heard different stories, but the one I was told was 7, which is why I call this Israeli 7. But there was 7 cuttings, only one of them took, and he actually left it, with his great-grandkids, I think it was. Other than me, they're the only ones who have one of the original trees. Any other tree other than that of this variety that is sold in the United States came from this tree right here.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing.
So this is the Israeli 7 fig that we just picked. In my opinion, this is underripe, but give it a try because this is what most people actually eat is an underripe fig. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
This is the most common. If you go to Trader Joe's or somewhere like that, that's what they're gonna sell you. And that's why theirs are so cheap compared to fresh, locally grown produce, is because they pick them so early, because once they're ripe, you've only got a day or 2.
All right, let's see how this tastes. My first time trying it. It's good.
Yes, ma'am. But it gets so much better from there.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm excited.
This is my favorite texture, but this is actually a Celeste or a brown turkey, which is not my favorite variety. This is one of the more common ones that you'll find in this area. So you said you never had a fig. This is what is most common. When you think of a fig from Eastern North Carolina, this is what people are thinking about.
We get a surprise when I bite into this. Let's see how this tastes.
That's the bag of jelly.
That's good.
Yes,
wow,
ma'am.
that is literally like jelly. What? I really like figs.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. And they're good for you.
Now that I know all the health benefits, this is exciting because
ma'am.
I'm always looking for something else to try. So, and I love fruit. This is great.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Man, these mosquitoes out here are really feisty today, but it was worth it because we got to learn all about figs and I got to try some for the first time. I really enjoyed the last one. That was my favorite. It was sweet and ripe. But make sure you all come check Forest of Eden out and stay tuned for more on Eastern Lifestyle. Those mosquitoes were tearing me up out there that day, but Malcolm smashing that bug was hilarious. I honestly had no idea how many health benefits figs have. It also has so many unique characteristics, like how it has tons of smaller flowers and seeds inside of it. How cool is that?
Ice pack not cutting it. I'm Kaylee Riccatelli, and coming up on Eastern Lifestyle, learn about a place that's turning the temperature way down to turn your wellness up. Sometimes the key to wellness is to just chill, literally and figuratively. Cryo252 in Greenville uses cryotherapy to treat an assortment of mental and physical ailments. Michael Hickman Jr. first learned about the benefits of cryotherapy while working in a gym on the West Coast. Then he brought it here to Greenville in 2018. What is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is just a simple term is cold shock therapy. It's just a way to reduce inflammation throughout your body through a method of nitrogen as we use. But there's other forms of it like cold plunges.
How does cold shock therapy help reduce inflammation? Like, how does it all work?
Yeah, it's a very simple process. The body goes into a protective state whenever you get inside this bad boy right here. And the body protects itself. So it pulls all the blood from your legs and your arms to protect your vital organs. But at the same time, in that process, the body is automatically smart enough to strip out the inflammation, toxins, and lactic acid, pulls everything to your core and dumps into your lymphatic system where your body's natural sewage system is. You need to be at a certain temperature for your body to even go into that protective mode. So that's why some of the other forms of cryotherapy really doesn't really get the benefit done because of the temperature.
So some of the equipment behind us here, we kind of have a tube and a tank.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what is this?
Yeah, so this is a cryo chamber. Two brothers, they have a company called Cryo252, and they've made this machine themselves. They've been around now for about probably a little over 8-9 years. They've been to visit us plenty of times because we led the world in cryotherapy for a long time that nobody really knew it. We were the first people, mainly on the East Coast, that did cryotherapy. This cryo chamber here and the nitrogen tank, these dewars, they go hand in hand. They hook up through a hose, and this machine controls everything as far as how much nitrogen we pull out, the time, the temperature. This has been our staple since we've been here, for sure.
Cryotherapy first started to treat rheumatoid arthritis patients, right?
Yes, it was created for RA, yes.
So are there any other like health conditions like that
Yeah.
it's recommended
Oh
for?
yeah, fibromyalgia, Crohn's disease, people who've had radiation to reverse what the damage that the radiation does to our bodies. Anything inflammatory driven, right? But most of our clientele are people with severe anxiety, depression, and PTSD. So most people think when they hear us that we're going to be, something that's strictly towards athletes or people with knee injuries, but our clientele is the total opposite. Mom and pop are our clientele.
So how does cryotherapy help with mood?
What happens is with the endorphins, the serotonin that's released when your body goes into that protective state is what brings the happiness out of people. So, some of our clientele are people with, like I said, with severe depression. Through serotonin, through, the dopamine, the things that don't just generate just by you waking up in the morning. This stimulates it, and we've never seen people come in or leave, without a smile. I wouldn't just limit it to diseases. It's more of a lifestyle. It's more about quality of life. It's about, again, taking care of that sleep, that energy, and that mood. If we can boost all three of those, I feel like you'll win. Once you give yourself a little bit of attention, you can give yourself to everyone else.
For more information on cryotherapy or other services offered at Cryo252, you can check them out on social media at Cryo252 on Facebook or on Instagram at Cryo252_. You can also check out their website at cryo252.com.
It's time for the moment of Zen. Use this time to calm your mind, whether that's by taking a few deep breaths or meditating. Let go of any distractions or stress and focus on the present. Use this time to relax and find peace. After the break on Eastern Lifestyle, we'll do some yoga and learn how incorporating strength training can further improve your health. Whether you have a business or you're someone with an interesting story to tell, you can email us at easternlifestyle@WNCT.com for an opportunity to be featured. Hey everyone, I'm your host, Davia, and today we are at Greenville's Yoga Strong studio to explore the benefits of yoga while trying out some poses that you can do yourself. Hey everyone, I am with the owner of Yoga Strong, Samantha. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, so can you just tell us about your studio and what you offer here?
Yeah, Yoga Strong is a specialty studio where we incorporate traditional yoga with strength training. So we offer a classic Yoga Strong signature class that combines those two worlds together, as well as traditional flow type classes, beginner yoga classes, and a class we call yoga massage.
When it comes to strength training, what level of weights do you normally incorporate? Does it depend on the person, or how does that typically work?
Yeah, it definitely depends on the person.
Okay.
I talk to each individual and hear about kind of their experience with strength training or any injuries that they have. And then depending on that, we start really light. Maybe we even just do body weight strength through the movements that we do. They might just stick with no weight even at all, or they might do 3, 5 pounds. We have heavy up to 35-pound dumbbells here that we use.
Samantha, let's get into it. So what are you going to show us first?
Yeah, well first we're going to check in with your flexibility
Okay.
and see how your forward
Awesome.
fold is. So let's do a pre-check of having your feet just hip width apart.
Okay.
And then keep your legs mostly straight-ish
Okay.
and start to hinge over, and let's just see where you go. And I'm going to come up to stand, but you stay like that.
Okay.
Good, and I want you to just notice that your fingertips are on the floor. Notice how it feels in your back and in your hamstrings.
Definitely feel it here.
Okay, good. All right, then slowly come back up.
Okay.
All right, now we're gonna take our ball. This is a yoga tune-up ball. It's a massage ball that we're gonna put underneath our right foot and just roll out our foot. Pushing into that, applying some pressure. So we're massaging our plantar fascia. Let's put it under the arch of your foot and roll it across right there. Yep, try keeping your heel down. How's it feel?
Oh, it feels good, yeah.
Good. Yeah, foot massage is always wonderful.
Yeah, that feels great.
Good. Now let's stand up on it like we're wearing a ball high heel.
Okay.
Put your heel up on it.
Oh, heel.
Yeah, and then scrub your heel kind of side to side.
Awesome.
All right, now let's come off of that. Just put that to the side. Okay. And let's check back in.
Okay.
So feeling your feet, really the difference since your foot makeover.
Yes, that feels good.
Good. All right, and then hinge on over.
Okay.
Reaching down. And just see how it feels. See if you can straighten that right leg a little bit more than your left.
Okay.
Does it feel any different in the two sides at all?
A little bit, yeah.
Good. And
Feel a good stretch for sure.
Come back up.
Okay.
Yeah, good. You probably know a regular plank, right? We do a lot of planks in classic yoga, but we're gonna spice it up a little bit by adding some weight and working on our core.
Awesome.
So we're gonna take our single dumbbell here and bring it over to the left side of your mat and put it behind your wrist. We're just gonna start with it doing it on our knees. So slide your knees back a little bit and shift your hips forward a little bit more.
Okay.
Good, now with your right hand, you're gonna reach and grab that weight, lift it up and move it over. Yep, and then switch. And if this feels okay, we can tuck the toes under and try to lift your knees up. And now try it. Yeah, now reach with your left hand and grab it. And pull it across. Good. Yeah, that's it.
I feel that in my core, for sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yep, it'll get you warm for sure. And yeah, we would do that a few times and then take a rest. Good?
That was great. Yes.
Awesome. You
Thank
did great.
you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was great. I definitely got a great stretch in and feel more relaxed. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for more on Eastern Lifestyle. All right, it's time for the life hack of the day. Did you know that you can repel pollen and dust in your home by using fabric softener sheets? All you do is wipe your window screens with them because it's supposed to pick up dust and leave behind a layer that helps repel pollen and dirt. This is great for any time of the year and especially for allergy season. Now this is interesting. I have not tried this myself yet, but I'd love to try it because especially during the springtime, or, you know, really any time of the year, there can be like dirt that just comes out of nowhere in your home and it's annoying. So this is a great hack because I think we all, you know, have some dryer sheets at home. But now it's time for trivia. Which North Carolina city is home to the nation's oldest public botanical garden? Is it A, Asheville, B, Chapel Hill, C, Charlotte, or D, Wilmington? We'll have the answer right after the break. Stay with us.
I'm Kaylee Riccatelli, and coming up on Eastern Lifestyle, I'm facing one of my fears for the sake of wellness.
All right, we're back. If you guessed B, Chapel Hill, you're correct. The North Carolina Botanical Garden in Chapel Hill was founded in 1903 by the University of North Carolina. It's dedicated to preserving native plants and promoting conservation. With more than 1,000 acres of gardens and natural areas, it's a peaceful, free-to-visit spot that blends beauty, science, and history.
Drip IV Wellness and Medspa has 5 locations in North Carolina, 4 of them along the Crystal Coast. Today, I'm in Morehead City to get real close and figure out what it's all about. How is it more beneficial to get it like injected rather than just like drinking water or taking a multivitamin by mouth?
Everybody's body metabolizes things differently. So getting things infused through an IV or through a muscle injection bypasses certain parts of the gut that would actually break down those products. Some medications and vitamins, as much as, you know, you go to Walmart and there's a whole shelf full of them, and they have certain doses, what you actually get into your system once you go through the gut is not that full dose. So you can take your daily vitamins, but you can also do muscle injections of it to help get you back up to a normal level where it's easier to maintain. Every brand new patient to any of our offices will get a visit with one of our medical directors, and we go over meds, health history, and just make sure that A, you are safe and a good candidate to receive that treatment. In addition to that, we figure out what your goal is and what ingredients are gonna be best suited to treat that. Majority of the locations, which are Jacksonville, New Bern, Morehead City, Washington, and Charlotte, have primarily the same service menu between their hydration offerings, aesthetic services, so facials, microneedling, waxing services. Some locations, not all, have things like permanent makeup tattooing for eyebrows, lip blushing, things like that. Majority of our locations, I think 4 out of the 5 now, have the cavitation for body sculpting and supplementation for weight loss programs. There's the nurse injectable side of the house, so neurotoxins like Botox, Dysport, filler services, Sculptra. I mean, if it's something that can boost a person's confidence, well-being, like the head spa service, if it's something new on the market, we want to be innovative with it and kind of bring it into ENC where it's accessible to people to be able to get it done. It's hard for some people to take time out for yourself. We're busy, we're go, 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 and sometimes we forget about ourselves, and then we look in the mirror, or we have a day where we're just run down, and you feel every year that's on your birthday. And so a little something to kind of help wind that clock back. I mean, we're not gonna go from 50 to 20, but if we can make ourselves feel well and feel good about ourselves and our skin and overall wellness, then that's worth more than anything.
Tell me a little bit about the drip that I'm getting today.
So it's called the Glow Up. It's actually to like brighten your skin, rejuvenate your cells, stuff like that. It has biotin in it. That's gonna do your hair, your nails, your skin. We have vitamin C in there. That could give you a little bit of energy too. We have glutathione. That is an antioxidant. That's gonna detox your cells. And then we have glycine, and that's another powerful antioxidant.
Gotcha. Now, I was a little nervous about getting this IV because, well, so needles are a fear of mine. I will say that now.
You're barely gonna feel it. It's gonna be like a small pinch, maybe.
I know it never hurts. I've gotten blood drawn, I've gotten shots. It never hurts, but I also can't look. So I'm gonna close my eyes and look away, and then I literally felt nothing. see, now I'm fine. And then I sat back, explored the massage chair a little bit, and relaxed for around 30 minutes until the IV was done. My drip is done and I'm all bandaged up, so I should be able to see a difference in my skin here in the next 2 to 3 days. If you're interested in drip IV services, you can go online to find the location closest to you and check out what they have to offer.
So now it's time to get into what's in the box, where I will be sticking my hand through the side of this box to guess what's inside. Okay. Oh, are these the Cheerwine Goo Goo clusters? Yeah. Yep. We tried these on Memorial Day and they are so good. You know, if you like sweet things with, you know, a bit of a unique flavor to it, I suggest you try these out. They're limited time, so yes. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope these segments motivated you to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Always remember to enjoy every moment of your Eastern lifestyle, and we'll see you next time. Segments in today's episode are sponsored by Forest of Eden Farm and Nursery, 252 Cryo, Yoga Strong Studio, and Drip IV.